So I took Intro to Creative Writing with Mark Jakic in the back, and he told us, he was talking about poetry, of course, because does he really talk about anything else? But, and he told us that we should really try and break the rules. But I don't really write poetry, so I took his advice and took it to my fiction. And this is called A Hero's Tale. If he stood still for a few seconds, he could feel the vibrations of the city rise and shake his guts. There, he heard a gasp from the alleyway up ahead. He walked a little quicker and shed his jacket as he turned the corner. Panel 1 should be a third of the page in height and span across the page in width. The view should be into the mouth of the alley. The mugger should have his back to the panel, a knife present in his left hand, possibly a switchblade, but this is really up to you. The woman should be on the ground on her knees. She's clutching her purse. I want her to look like a 50s pinup, the beautiful damsel in distress. Her speech bubble should read, "Sob, please, I need this money for my kids." His SB, "I could care less, lady, hand over the damn bag." The next 3 panels should be all close-ups of the mugger's shoulder and head from behind. Even squares, classic comic panel style. Panel 2, SB from out of frame. You mean couldn't. Panel 3, mugger's shoulders come up, and SB with, huh? Panel 4, mugger turns his head so we silently see his face in profile. Try to make him dirty, but still presentable. Panel 5, same size as panel 1, but across the bottom of the page. Point of view should be looking from the alley into the street. The hero is backlit, so he is only a shadow. Try to put him in some ridiculous pose, hands and fists resting on the top of his hips, a Linda Carter Wonder Woman pose. Try not to make it quite so effeminate, though. We don't need a Wolfram-style wannabe saying we're seducing the children. Speech bubble from hero. If you're going to threaten her, at least do it properly. The next page's panels are a mirror image of the previous page. Panel 1. Now the mugger has turned his back on the woman and is facing out. He should look average, not menacing in any way except for the knife he holds. As I said earlier, dirty. He can be ugly too, a real mook if you understand me. SB, this doesn't concern you, man, just get out of here. The woman should still be slumped in her position, but her face should show surprise. Panel 2. The shadowed face of the hero feels the panel. A few details starting to come out, a hint of the domino mask he's got on, an unusually large cleft chin. SB, this doesn't concern you, man. Panel 3, close-up of the mugger's face in anger and astonishment. What the hell is wrong with you? Get out of here before I hurt you. Panel 4, hero's face still shadowed, but you can see him smiling. SB, a life of crime is no excuse for bad grammar. Now, how about you get out of here before I hurt you? Panel 5, again looking into the alleyway, the mugger should be darting forward to take on the hero. The next 2 pages should be a splash page, just one giant picture of hero uppercutting villain. Think Captain America Comics #1 cover. A giant bam or whack should be placed at the villain's jaw. Design the costume entirely in primary colors with some sort of symbol on the chest. What isn't really important? I leave that up to you. No one should confuse him for a gritty noir hero. He needs to be this genre's white-hatted cowboy, instantly recognizable as a hero. The next page starts with 3 classic comic squares across the top of the page. Panel 1, mugger's face with thought bubble. This guy is crazy. I need to get out of here now. Panel 2, close-up of hero's smiling face with an SB. Are you okay, Matt? Panel 3, a grimace on the hero's face and blood at his lips, the same primary red as his costume. Below the panel is one big picture, the mugger on his knees pushing the knife into the bottom of the hero's rib cage. The mugger is frightened and the hero is confused. The next page is our hero on his knees, clutching himself, and the mugger's legs at the edge of the panel as he takes off. The next page, hero on the ground and the woman kneeling over him crying with a speech bubble that reads, "Hold on, mister." The next page is the sky between the 2 buildings. There are a few stars and a waning moon. In the lower corner, a narration block. I'm gonna live forever.